There are places in this world and be in there that feel as though they've been lifted directly from the pages of a storybook. Uzbekistan is one such place. It's a land where the very air seems to hum with the echoes of ancient caravans, woti and the whispers of long-forgotten empires. Imagine a country where the sky is a brilliant, almost impossible blue, stretching over cities adorned with turquoise domes that shimmer under the relentless sun. This isn't a fantasy, it is the everyday reality of a nation nestled in the very heart of Central Asia. For too long, it has remained a secret, a name on a map that few could place, but its time has come to step into the light. It beckons not just with history, but with a vibrant living culture that is utterly captivating. My darlings, when you think of adventure, what comes to mind? Is it the thrill of discovery, the joy of meeting new people, or the simple pleasure of seeing something utterly new? The cities of Uzbekistan are like jewels strung along the ancient trade routes. Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva, Todi, Taisho, their very names conjure images of romance and grandeur. When you first lay eyes on the Registan in Samarkand, Edi, Shoki, Ilati, it quite literally takes your breath away. Three immense madrasas stand in a majestic public square, their facades covered in a dazzling mosaic of blue azure and gold tiles. These are not mere buildings, they are masterpieces of Islamic architecture, testaments to a time when this city was the intellectual and cultural center of the world. Standing there as the sun sets, casting long shadows and turning the tiles to fire, you feel an overwhelming sense of history and human ambition. Then there is Bukhara, a city so wonderfully preserved it feels like a living museum. Its historic center is a maze of narrow, winding streets, sandy-colored walls, and hidden courtyards. You can wander for hours, discovering mosques, caravanserais, and ancient bathhouses around every corner. The Poi Kalyan complex, with its towering minaret that once served as a beacon for caravans, dominates the skyline. Khiva, on the other hand, offers a completely different experience, its old city known as the Kala is a perfectly preserved walled fortress, a sand-colored island in the vastness of the Kizilkum desert. Stepping through its gates is like stepping back in time, like Tintati for a fort body. While the architecture is breathtaking, it is the people who truly give Uzbekistan its soul. There is a warmth and an open-heartedness here that is simply wonderful. Hospitality is not just a custom, it is a cornerstone of the national identity. You will find yourself being invited for tea by shopkeepers, offered a piece of bread by a stranger in the market, or greeted with genuine beaming smiles everywhere you go. One of the most striking things you will notice is the beauty and grace of the Uzbek women. Many, especially outside the capital of Tashkent, wear traditional clothing that is a riot of color and pattern. The fabrics, often a silk-cotton blend called adras or pure silk atlas, are vibrant and eye-catching, featuring bold ikat-style designs. These long flowing dresses known as kailak paired with matching trousers underneath are not just garments. They are expressions of identity, artistry, and a proud cultural heritage that has been passed down through generations. The style is both modest and magnificent. It's a fascinating mix of old and new. They are the keepers of tradition, the managers of the household, and the vibrant heart of every community, exuding a strength and resilience that is truly inspiring to witness. There is a gentleness and a genuine curiosity about visitors. In a world that often feels rushed and impersonal, this human connection is a precious gift. The people of Uzbekistan remind you of the simple joy of a shared smile, a kind word, and the universal language of hospitality. They are, without a doubt, the country's greatest treasure. To travel through Uzbekistan is to walk in the footsteps of history's giants. This land was the crossroads of the world. Alexander the Great, Persian Shahs, Arab caliphates, Mongol hordes of Genghis Khan. Every stone and every street corner seems to whisper tales of conquest, scholarship, and trade. The influence of these successive cultures is woven into the very fabric of the nation. You taste it in the food with influences from across Asia. You hear it in the language, a Turkic tongue enriched with words words from Arabic and Persian. The legacy of Timur, also known as Tamerlane Sombi, Kiksi Taming Churi, Ainin is perhaps the most visible. He was a complex figure, Abiki, Spabi, Yukai Gandeti, ruthless conqueror and a great patron of the arts and sciences, built by the finest artisans from across his lands. But history here is not confined to grand monuments. It is a living, breathing part of daily life. The ancient water channels or ariks that once irrigated the gardens of emirs still flow through neighborhoods in Bukhara. The traditional craft workshops that produce silk carpets and intricate ceramics for the Silk Road caravans are still in operation. The Soviet era also left an indelible mark. And by understanding this layer of history is crucial to understanding today's Uzbekistan. Gates, a young independent nation rediscovering ancient roots while navigating its 20th century heritage. To truly understand Uzbekistan, look beyond the magnificent monuments and notice the gentle rhythm of daily life. The day often begins early with the smell of baking bread wafting through the streets. The naans, a round flat bread stamped with intricate patterns, is treated as sacred here. It is never placed upside down, and it is always broken by hand, never cut with a knife. You will see men on bicycles with huge stacks of fresh, warm bread heading to the markets or delivering it door to door. This simple loaf is the foundation of every meal and a powerful symbol of hospitality and community. The local bazaar or market is the beating heart of every Uzbek town and city. The stalls are piled high with pyramids of gleaming fruit, mountains of fragrant spices, nuts, and dried apricots. Butchers skillfully prepare cuts of meat, and vendors call out, offering you a taste of their cheese or a sample of honey. Family is the absolute center of the Uzbek universe. Celebrations, particularly weddings, are huge, elaborate affairs involving the entire community. The chai khana or tea house is a traditional male domain. Your host will first pour the tea into their own piala and then pour it back into the pot. This is repeated 3 times, a ritual to ensure the tea is the perfect temperature and to show respect. It's these small, meaningful rituals that make daily life in Uzbekistan so rich and fascinating to observe. One of the greatest joys of traveling in Uzbekistan is, without a doubt, the food. And honestly, it's just wonderful that it's also incredibly affordable. The national dish, and one you simply must try, is plov. Glorious rice pilaf, slow cooked in a giant kazan or cauldron. You can get a huge, delicious plate for just a few dollars. The aroma of grilling meat leads you to stalls selling shashlik. Another must-try, samsa, baked in a tandoor oven filled with minced meat, onions, or pumpkin. You can also find lagman, hearty noodle soup with meat and vegetables. Step into small local eateries called oshkona or chaikhana. Eating like a local is easy on the wallet and the best way to experience the culture. For the tightest budgets, the markets are a treasure trove. Assemble a wonderful picnic for next to nothing. Buy from the market and eat in a park or by a historic monument. Slow down, soak in the atmosphere. Getting around Uzbekistan is surprisingly easy and remarkably kind to your wallet. The country has invested heavily in its transport infrastructure. The high-speed Afrosiyob train, sleek Spanish-built Khenkuvagi Kandikauta connects major cities. It's fast, clean, and punctual, whisking you across the desert landscape in comfort and style. For routes not covered by the high-speed train, older Soviet-era trains are a fantastic option. For shorter distances or for traveling between smaller towns, shared taxis are the way to go. Within the cities, travel is also incredibly cheap. Tashkent has a wonderfully ornate metro system, and marshrutkas will take you almost anywhere you need to go for a pittance. Taxis are also plentiful and affordable, especially if you use a ride-hailing app like Yandex.Go. The ease and low cost of transport truly open up the entire country for exploration. After a long day of exploring ancient wonders, a comfortable and affordable place to rest is essential. The country has a fantastic and growing network of accommodation options to suit every budget. These are not just places to sleep, they offer a warm welcome and a real glimpse into local life. The value for money is exceptional. Imagine waking up in a restored 19th century merchant's house in Bukhara's old town courtyard with fruit trees on a traditional tapchin with a book. Owners live on site and treat you like family. Breakfasts are legendary. Fresh bread, homemade jams, local cheeses, cream, fried eggs, pastries, fresh fruit. Hostels are growing in Tashkent, Samarkand, and Bukhara. They're clean, safe, and sociable. Dorm beds for a few dollars a night. Meet other travelers from around the world, share stories, get tips for the road ahead. Private room in a family guest house or a dorm bed in a modern hostel. Your money goes far. Warm welcomes and comfort will make you feel right at home in this extraordinary land. So why should Uzbekistan be your next adventure? It's simple, my darlings. It is a country that touches your soul. It's a journey into a world that feels ancient. It's thrillingly new. It reminds you of the beauty of human connection, the power of history, the simple joy of discovery. It offers the grandeur of Silk Road cities, the turquoise domes of Samarkand, the living history of Bukhara, the desert fortress of Khiva, all that without overwhelming crowds or prohibitive costs. It's an authentic experience waiting for curious hearts. This journey rewards the senses at every turn. You arrive a stranger but leave a cherished guest. That warmth stays with you long after the trip. And yes, this adventure is accessible to everyone. The affordability here is truly remarkable. That freedom lets you focus on what matters, soaking in the atmosphere, connecting with the culture, being present in the moment. A truly epic adventure needn't have an epic price tag. Uzbekistan gives so much and asks so little. It's on the cusp of a new dawn, opening doors with pride and optimism. Visit now to catch it at a magical moment, ancient traditions still woven into modern life. Storybook, cities, vast deserts, incredible people. It will challenge your perceptions, ignite your imagination, leave you with a treasure trove of memories. So pack your bags, my dears. An unforgettable budget adventure on the Golden Road to Samarkand is calling. Your story on the Silk Road is just waiting to be written.